Fire hook start. Call sign. One admiral smirked, tapping his pen. The other two chuckled. The single dad in a worn-out janitor's uniform looked up, his eyes calm but piercing. The room went silent when he finally said, "Valor Phantom." And in that instant, every admiral in the hall froze. If you're watching this, wait till the end, because this isn't just about a forgotten veteran or a call sign. It's about a father's quiet courage, the kind that turns pain into power. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the story of the man the Navy almost forgot, until the truth roared back louder than any jet engine. He was known around the Navy Academy as Mr. Aaron Blake, the night janitor who swept the halls while young officers trained to serve their country. Few knew he was a single father, raising a 7-year-old daughter named Lily, a bright, curious girl who waited in the corner of the gym every evening with a sketchbook full of jets and stars. Aaron never spoke much. He moved with a kind of grace that didn't fit the uniform of a janitor, shoulders square, steps measured, always alert. Some of the younger cadets whispered that he looked like someone who'd been in the service, but no one dared ask. Until one morning, when 3 Navy admirals arrived at the base for an inspection: Admiral Ross, Admiral Hayes, and Admiral Duncan, all legends in their own right. They were reviewing old service files when one of them spotted something curious: a redacted pilot record, with the codename, Valor Phantom. No real name, no photo, only a note: status, classified. Missions, unknown. Commendations, multiple. Survivor count, minimal. Later that day, as fate would have it, Aaron was mopping the hallway when the admirals passed by. Admiral Ross, known for his sharp wit, looked at him and said with a laugh, "Hey, janitor, what's your call sign?" The other two chuckled. Just a harmless joke, they thought. Aaron paused. For the first time, he looked up. Not angrily, but with that quiet kind of dignity that can only come from someone who's seen both heaven and hell. "Valor Phantom," he said simply. The hallway went dead silent. The admirals stopped walking. Admiral Hayes frowned, his hand tightening on his folder. "Say that again," he asked softly. Aaron set the mop aside, his eyes distant now, as if seeing a different time, a different sky. "Valor Phantom," he repeated. "That's what they called me, back when we still thought one man could make a difference." That night, rumors spread across the base like wildfire. Some said the admirals had called a private meeting. Others said they'd pulled up black files that hadn't been opened in years. By morning, everyone knew. The janitor had once been a top-tier A-10 pilot, a legend whose missions had been buried under, classified, for national security. Years ago, Aaron had been part of an elite rescue squadron. During a covert operation, his team was ambushed deep behind enemy lines. Communications were cut, backup was impossible. But instead of retreating, Aaron turned his aircraft back into the storm. For 38 minutes, he fought alone, taking out enemy convoys, destroying artillery, and clearing a path for his men. When he finally crash-landed near a village, his aircraft was on fire, and his co-pilot was gone. He carried him out through smoke and shrapnel, burning his own hands to the bone. He never received a medal. The mission was sealed under Black Sky Protocol. He was discharged quietly. Forgotten. Years later, when his wife left, unable to live with the nightmares that haunted him, Aaron found himself cleaning the same hallways where new heroes were made. But every night, after putting Lily to bed, he'd stand outside their small apartment, looking at the stars. "Daddy," Lily would ask, tugging on his sleeve, "why don't you fly anymore?" Aaron would smile softly, kneeling down to her. "Because I already flew for what mattered, sweetheart. Now I'm flying for you." The next day, the admirals requested him in the main briefing room. Cameras were off, curtains drawn. They placed an old, rusted dog tag on the table, one that had been listed as lost during action. It bore the name Captain Aaron Blake, Valor Phantom. Admiral Duncan spoke first. "Why didn't you tell anyone who you were?" Aaron sighed. "Because my rank doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what I do for my daughter, and the people around me." Admiral Hayes leaned forward. "You saved 32 men that night. Do you know how many of them are still serving because of you?" Aaron looked down. "I didn't do it to be remembered, sir. I did it because they were family." And that's when Admiral Ross, the same man who'd joked about his call sign, stood up, walked around the table, and saluted him. On behalf of the Navy, welcome back, Captain. A week later, a ceremony was held at dawn. No media, no fanfare. Just a few dozen veterans, standing tall as Aaron received a medal that had been delayed by over a decade. Lily was there, sitting in the front row, holding a small American flag. As her father stepped up to the podium, he didn't talk about war or medals or glory. He spoke about humility. About never giving up, even when the world stops watching. Sometimes, he said, the greatest battles aren't fought in the skies. They're fought every morning, when you get up, face your fears, and choose to be kind, even when no one's looking. After the ceremony, Lily ran up to him, hugging his leg. Daddy, are you flying again? Aaron smiled, lifting her into his arms. Always, sweetheart, always. Just not with wings you can see. And as the sun broke over the horizon, the Admiral's jets took off in formation, their trails carving a silver V in the sky. Below them, the man once known as Valor Phantom stood quietly, a single dad, a janitor, a hero. Proof that real valor isn't in medals or titles, but in how we rise after we fall. Movie camera and voice. If this story touched your heart, hit that heart like button and subscribe for more stories of real courage, sacrifice, and second chances. Because somewhere out there, another Valor Phantom is still flying, even if the world doesn't see him yet.